Hello and welcome to another episode of Mindfulness. This week, week 16, we're going to focus on what am I resisting? And the quote for the week: quit resisting, let your pain pierce your hard heart so the agony can flow out and the love can rush in. It's the love that will bring you back to life, by Bryant McGill. Pain, uncertainty, and anxiety are uncomfortable emotions. We don't like to experience them and often fear facing the deeper causes that trigger these feelings. In the moment, it seems more tolerable to push against discomfort or to keep our heads buried in the sand so we don't have to face truth, vulnerability, or change. When we resist whatever life presents to us, we lose our opportunity to be present with it. But when we are present with what frightens us, we are able to lessen the grip of resistance. We can shine a light of curiosity that allows us to move forward with clarity and confidence. Awareness of what and where you are resisting gives you clues to where you need to grow. This week, you'll focus on what you are resisting and examine why you are leaning away from life rather than leaning into it. Day 1 journal prompt. What positive changes or new habits in my life am I resisting? And why am I resisting them? Day 2 journal prompt. In my relationship with blank, here is what I am resisting or avoiding and what my higher self is calling me to do about it. You can fill in the blank here with someone who's close to you or someone who you have a challenging relationship with, but a deep love for. Day 3 journal prompt. Here is what I fear facing from my past and how I resist dealing with it. Day 4 journal prompt. These are the aspects of my personality and behavior that I know I need to change, but I resist addressing them. Write down some things about yourself that you know that are difficult topics for you to understand about yourself or to process about yourself. And maybe some of the events that have brought these up in your life will make them more prominent for you when you're doing this exercise. Day 5 journal prompt. These are the beliefs and strong opinions that I am resistant to challenge or examine and why I feel resistant. Day 6 journal prompt. There are people in my life who hurt, offend, and manipulate me, but I resist addressing their behavior. These are the people, and this is why I am resistant to dealing with their behavior. In day 6 journal prompt, it's asking you to make a note of specific people and specific behaviors that they present to you that need to be addressed and why you're being resistant to dealing with it. Is it for fear of losing something or fear of changing something? This is an important one. Day 7 journal prompt. How does awareness of my own internal resistance impact my desire to push past resistance and take action? What would change in my life if I wasn't resistant to change, emotions, and vulnerability? And the Bible verse for this week, the first one is Romans 9:19. You will say to me then, why does he still find fault? For who resists his will? And Romans 13:1 and 2. Every person is to be in subjection to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those which exist are established by God. Therefore, whoever resists authority has opposed the ordinance of God, and they who have opposed will receive condemnation on themselves. In Romans 9:19, the question posed reflects a common human struggle with the concept of free will versus divine sovereignty. The verse suggests a tension between God's will and human existence. In terms of a person's hidden resistance in life, this can be understood as the inner conflicts individuals face when they confront their own desires against what they perceive as a greater plan or authority. People may resist God's will due to fear, pride, or a desire for autonomy, even if they acknowledge that such resistance could lead to negative consequences. In Romans 13:1 and 2, the emphasis is on submission to governing authorities as a reflection of divine order. This can be interpreted as a broader principle of accepting the structures and systems in place, which can also symbolize the rules and guidance in one's life. Hidden resistance here might manifest as rebellion against authority or social norms, leading to internal turmoil and external conflict. When individuals oppose authority, they may not only face external consequences, but also experience a dissonance within themselves as they grapple with their motivations and the implications of their actions. Together, these verses highlight the complexity of human behavior in relation to divine will and authority. They encourage self reflection about the reasons behind one's resistance, urging individuals to consider how such resistance might hinder their personal growth and alignment with a higher purpose. If you haven't done so already, be sure to check out my website, rebootwithreygan.com, where you can book a one-on-one discovery call to uncover insights on how you can better apply these and other practices in your daily life with ease. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your presence here is greatly appreciated, as your engagement on this channel helps others to find its content for their own benefit, all part of the collective healing efforts across the globe. Namaste, namasko.